And here we go. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor, and I'm glad that you've joined me this morning. It's a beautiful day here in South Carolina. I don't see any clouds. I see blue skies as I'm looking up into the sky from my office. Looks like a good day, but that changes. I tell you, yesterday was a day like this today, like we're having today, and then the clouds rolled in about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we had a downpour. But that is life in South Carolina. You just don't know what's going on. I just want to mention one thing before I begin. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been talking a lot about politics. And I've made the decision I will only talk about the political issue from now on and going forward if it has to do with the economy or personal finance or business. And then I will talk about it, but only on that specific item. I'm not going to get into this presidential thing. I've already made up my mind, so I have a clear conscience. I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote, and that's it. And I hope that a lot of you can do that also, because I tell you, it's nasty out there. I told you several months ago now, that this political season that we're in is going to get dirty. And let me tell you how I saw it get dirty. Once the Trump stuff came out this week on Threads, I tell you, all of a sudden there were people with when you looked at their profile, they had no history, very little history, maybe one or two items, but they were attacking everybody who was pro-Trump. I mean, they were attacking, they were coming out with stories that were untrue. I mean, it was dirty, dirty politics. I haven't seen that happen on Twitter. So what I started doing is, I said, okay, I got to change my mentality here, because I am not going to get involved in all of this nonsense. I got some nasty, nasty notes yesterday. IMs from people who were just literally disgusting. Literally disgusting. And one followed Vidman, or whatever his name is. Remember that guy who tried to take over the government in the impeachment of Trump? There's some very strange individuals out there who, even on the right, it's not just happening on the left, it's happening on the right too, but they are just attacking. And they say they're conservatives, but they are attacking you anyway. So what I've seen is that the dirtiness of politics is now coming out, and I'm not gonna play it. I'm just not. You and I, we're going to focus on business here, and our personal finances and our business finances, and we are going to get through this thing. You know, we only have a few more months, and November is will be the year marking point until we vote. But I've already decided who I'm going to vote for. I hope you guys do too. And make your decisions. Be confident in your decisions. I don't care who you're voting for, but just be confident and move on. And let's focus on what we need to do in our lives on a daily basis. Which leads to the following. Remember a few days ago, Moody came out and downgraded some banks, right? Their credit ratings were downgraded. And the reason why they did that is because they saw that a lot of these banks did not have a capital in there to operate their business. They were not strong enough to really operate their business without having so much risk. So yesterday I should say, Fitch, which is another rating bureau, and remember that Fitch is the one that downgraded the United States credit rating, right? From a AAA to a AA plus. So now they're going and they're looking at the banks. And so Fitch warns it may be forced to downgrade dozens of banks, including JPMorgan. Fitch Ratings cut its assessment on the banking industry health in June. A move that analyst Chris Wolf said went largely unnoticed because it didn't trigger downgrades on banks. But another one-notch downgrade of the industry's score from a AAA to a single A plus would force Fitch to reevaluate ratings on each of the more than 70 U.S. banks it covers, Wolf told the CNBC story. If we were to move it to A+, then that would recalibrate all of our financial measures and would probably translate into negative rating actions, Wolf said. So they're looking at JPMorgan Chase. Now that is a big bank and owns a lot of assets. So we have got to watch this very closely because, as I've been telling you before, I do not believe that our banks are solvent enough. I don't. I think that if there were to be any type of a black swan event, it would be because of the banking industry. Why? One, they've got bad paper. They have a lot of commercial loans that have defaulted, and they continue to default. Secondly, a lot of them were involved in the auto industry, lending out loans for purchases of cars. And now we are seeing that they are collecting on their defaults. In other words, they're going out and repossessing the cars that people are not paying on. The third issue, which just came to my mind as I was thinking about this, is that we have a huge amount of credit card debt. How much of that will go into default because people cannot afford paying their tuitions that comes into effect? They can't afford to pay their car loans. They can't afford to pay their rent. They can't afford to pay their house loan. They're cash poor. So we have a cash poor society at the moment, and it will affect the banking industry. It already has started to affect the banking industry. So Fitch may come out with another report in the next few weeks that downgrades the healthiness of our banks. So our banks are in trouble. And there's another, I'm going to post both of these. There's another one that says CNBC Daily Open, more trouble ahead for U.S. banks. So we're going to have to watch this very, very, very closely because it affects you and I. Now, okay, after I do this podcast, I'm going to get dressed and I'm going to head to Walmart. Now, here's the issue. Walmart came out with a story yesterday that said if you are going to be standing in the self-checkout line, which I do, that's the only option I have really at this Walmart that I shop, that you are going to be seeing and hearing more ads. The headline reads, Walmart's making an unpopular change to self-checkout. And what it means, and as you go into the story, they're going to have more advertising venues to bombard you with as you are checking out. Now, here's the issue, okay? Food prices have not gone down because we're doing self-checkout. Haven't gone down. It takes a lot of work when you go into Walmart and you have to collect all of your stuff. You're getting all of the food that you need. Then you have to go into the line for self-checkout. Then you've got to go to your checkout stand, and you've got to do all of the scanning yourself. And then you have to do all of the bagging yourself. And then you've got to go through the checkout as you're going out the door because they want to make sure that you haven't taken anything, which I can understand. But it's a lot of work. By the time I'm done shopping, I've had it. I have literally had it for the day. I hate shopping. I will be the first one to admit to you. If you want to go shopping as a friend, I probably will not be that great a friend because I hate going into stores. Like when I know that I need to buy something. The other day I needed to buy shoes. And I knew where I wanted to get shoes. I need new tennis shoes for walking. I knew where I wanted to go. I went in, got the shoe, checked out, and I was gone. Because I don't like having to browse. I don't like having to try on. I'm a really Debbie Downer, okay, when it comes to shopping. It's just not my thing. Now, there are some people who love to go shopping. Mm-hmm. Well, that's fine. That's their own thing. I'm just not one of them. But now, if I have to go shopping at Walmart now, and I've got to listen to more advertisements, I don't know if I want to go there anymore. Well, I'll probably go there because it's cheaper prices, but how do I turn off the advertising? Is it like my cell phone where I can turn off the advertising? I have even, like when I'm leaving the store, I get a message on my cell phone that says, how was your shopping at Walmart? So, anyway, that's just one of the things that I'm just not happy with. And that is because I love to complain, okay? I love to complain about shopping because I'm the worst shopper ever. Unless I can go to the food court, then I'm fine. If you take me to the food court as you want me to go shopping with you, I'm fine. Just leave me at the food court so I can eat my French fries and read a book. You go shopping. By the way, weekly mortgage demands drops again as interest rates match a 22-year high. I believe what I saw is that the new increase went to 7.16% from 7.09%. The average contract interest rate for 30-year fixed rate mortgages with conforming loan balances of $326,200 or less increased to 7.16%. So mortgage demand from home buyers was 26% lower than the same week 1 year ago. So we're seeing that the need for loans is not there. People are not buying what they want to buy. Applications to refinance a home loan fell 2% for the week and were 35% lower than the same week 1 year ago. So we have an issue, and that is, well, let's just face it. Let's be honest, okay? You guys are broke. I am broke. We have used up the majority of our savings for any down payment whatsoever because we have had to live with a high inflation and high food costs and high gas prices, and it has literally eaten away at any savings that we had. People cannot even save enough for $1,000 of an emergency fund because they've used up all their cash flow. And they continue to use up all of their cash flow. Now, they say wages are going up and people are happy with the wage increase. But if it's not matching inflation, that wage increase really isn't doing us any good. I don't care what the president says. I don't care what members of Congress says. I don't even care what Treasury Secretary Yellen says. You and I are living in a different world, and we are living with prices that are still too high to be able to save any money. If you're saving money, God bless you, because I'm proud of you. And I will pat you on the back until the cows come home. But for the majority of Americans, a good portion of Americans, cash flow is dead. And that's why you see people, good job reports is because they're taking on temporary jobs in order to meet the cost of living in today's world. So, that's it for today. I was looking through all my content sources, and I tell you, it's all about politics, all about Trump. I'm not going there. I'm just not going there anymore. We, you and I, have got to focus on our business. That's the only way that we can get through this. Listen, if you would like to sit down with me in confidence in a business advisory or coaching session, you can go to www.lodge.co.com. If you have a business question and just want to hit me with it, send it to thebusinessadvisor@gmail.com. Everybody go out and have a great day. Be classy, okay? Be classy. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.